Shalom everyone, it's called Torah, and today we'll discuss Parashat Vayshev. This parasha is one of these famous parashot when we know what will happen, but we always have this feeling of, why can't we stop it? And obviously, I relate those words to the selling of Yosef. This terrible act that was done by Yosef's brothers, who seems to have zero feelings to Yosef, and may I say probably feelings of hate and animosity and jealousy, and they did what no one else will even think to do, to sell your own brother, and basically saying that we don't really care what will happen to him. He may die, he may be abused, he may be enslaved for the rest of his life, but we don't care. And today, I would like to ask a very simple question. Where was Yaakov? Where was the father when everything is going on? Let's just imagine a daily routine in Yaakov's family. The Torah describes that the brothers couldn't even say hello to Yosef. So I would guess that once in a while, Yosef will go and will come into the living room or dining room, and the brothers are there and Yaakov is there, and they will not even exchange a word. Maybe they will nod politely, but that's it. And then they will sit for dinner and Yosef will say something and the brothers will not answer. Where was Yaakov? What, he didn't see that there is just no communication between Yosef and his brothers? Why didn't he say anything? In addition, Yaakov is like almost totally oblivious to everything that is going on, and he says, you know what, I will just buy the most beautiful suit to my son Yosef, so I'm going to increase the flames. I'm going to increase the hate and the animosity. And then in addition to it, to add to Yaakov's obliviousness, he says to Yosef, look, your brothers are shepherding the flock somewhere else. I would like you to go and see how are they doing. What? Yaakov didn't know that they don't talk to each other? What's happened to Yaakov here? Where is he as a father? I would like to suggest two main ways to look at where is exactly Yaakov in this entire story. Before I will present these two ways, I would like to say that some people would like to say that Yaakov was motivated by a divine prophecy, that Yosef needs to be sold, he needs to be the prince of Egypt, and he will be the one to save Yaakov's family at the end. But I'm sure that this is a valid opinion. However, I would like to deviate from it and to present you two other ways. One way that I would like to suggest is the influence of Rachel's death on Yaakov. Rachel's death that was described last week's parsha. When she was giving birth to Binyamin, she died. Yaakov just could not overcome the grief. His beloved wife, who really struggled all her life since she got married to Yaakov, she really did not have the time to really be with Yaakov and to enjoy the family. And Yaakov felt terribly, and in a way he had to take a step back, a time off, and did not want to get involved, and he just wanted to do one thing, to make sure that Yosef, Rachel's first son, will always be the favorite one, to show his respect to Rachel. He made a terrible mistake educationally. In a way, Yaakov contributed very negatively to the family dynamic, but Yaakov just couldn't help it. Yaakov just was so overwhelmed with grief and pain and terrible self-affliction about Rachel that he couldn't be the father that he really had to be at that moment in time. And sometimes it happens that when grief takes over the person, he just can't see anything else besides only one or two things in order to commemorate his loved ones. So that's one way to look at that. Then I would like to suggest to you another way that has a little bit of a connection to my first way of thinking. The Torah states that the beginning of our parsha, Vayshev Yaakov, and Yaakov settled, and Rashi comments that Yaakov wanted just to sit with tranquility, with calmness, and say, look, my life were difficult. I just can't do it anymore. I had to run away from Esav and from Lavan, and I worked so hard. Now I just want to retire. For me, the land of Israel, it's like little Florida, and I'm just going to retire and relax. And part of the relaxation that Yaakov at least envisioned was, I'm not dealing with family dynamic. I'm not dealing with leadership. I'm just sitting in my chair and I'm enjoying the sun. But really, that never happens in life. Life is about struggles. It's about getting involved. It's about being a part of something or to lead something. There is a finite time where you can just sit on the bench and do nothing. Things will come and chase you, will push you to be involved, or you will need to get involved. Yaakov's apathy, in a way, to what's going on in the family, of not stepping in and say, hey, I am still the father. Yes, I'm old. Yes, I am afflicted. Yes, I had tremendous pain from everything that I had to go through my life, and I really want to have some quiet time. You still need to be the father. And we need to know it, because this is a tremendous message for us. Sometimes in life we'll feel, enough, dayenu. I did my part. I paid my dues. I was involved for so many years. Enough. Let others do something. But we can't do it. On a continued basis, we always need to do something, to be active, to contribute, to be involved. Yes, to allow others to come and join us, but not to vanish and to say things will be taken care of. By whom? Yaakov is teaching us what not to do. We cannot detach ourselves from our families, from our communities, from our nation, from the world. Yes, we can take sometimes maybe a time out, but not as a detachment, but rather a time to re-energize and to go back with full force to be contributors to the society around us. Tranquility cannot be achieved during lifetime. However, hard work, efforts, commitment is what we need while we are alive. This is the message. Don't give up. Don't throw the towel. Be involved, because it does make a difference. Thank you.